Hello everyone, you're welcome back to another screen printing class. And today's class we are going to be using a water-based ink. It's also a fabric ink to customize a t-shirt. Alright, let's get started. And here you see me cutting the mesh. Yes, I've done tutorial on how to do that severally on our YouTube channel. If you have not watched it, you can go and watch that. How to cut our mesh with emulsion and dichromate, and that's just I did here. And here now, this is the mesh that we coated is dried now, and we want to mirror our artwork. In this method, we are going to be using the glass method, and the two methods are a bit different from each other. So using the glass method now, you see how it's done. We have used the direct method before on this channel. If you have not watched it, you can check the video up on our YouTube channel on how to expose our artwork using the direct method. So here I'm trimming off all the excess paper so that I'll have only my artwork exposed on the mesh. So that is what you see me do here. I'm trying to cut off the extra paper that we have here. And after cutting it off, I will now apply my liquid. We said we can use kerosene or vegetable oil, but in this case I'm going to be using vegetable oil. I don't have the kerosene, so and apply it on my artwork. All right, so you see that's what you see me doing now. I'm applying the vegetable oil on the artwork. This is another difference between the two methods. In the direct method that we did before, we usually put the artwork on the mesh before we apply the liquid, but in this case we are not doing that. So that's number one difference between the direct method and the glass method. You apply your liquid, either vegetable oil or kerosene, on the artwork separately before you place it on the mesh and expose. So the essence of applying this is to make the artworks transparent. I hope you still remember that. Yes, hope you are writing things down whenever you watch those videos, so you will not forget all those things. So it's to make it transparent. I want to remove the excess now because it shouldn't be too much. So I'm going to use the pieces from the coats that we cut. Don't forget that in the signature we sew and we branch, and after that, that's also actually make us to have an edge ahead of others. If you can sew and you can branch, you won't be at the mercy of printer. So I'll use that pieces of cloth to wipe the excess oil from the artwork, and after that you can see that it's transparent now and it's dry. You don't need to be too much. So I'm going to place it on the mesh, the coated mesh, dried coated mesh. Place it on it. And now exposing with mirror, we need to pack it under, unlike the direct method without mirror. So I'm going to be putting some books under, and because those books are colored, I'll have to put A4 paper. Why do I do that? If you want to know, watch this video to the end. And also, you can register for online classes. This will help you to understand so many things about screen printing. Screen printing is actually fun to work with if you actually understand all some shortcuts and some nitty-gritty of it. So this is me placing the mirror. Don't mind in the glass. I remove one of my levers to use just for the sake of this tutorial. So placing the glass on it, and I'm going to be taking it out to mirror it outside now. And this is me outside. This day was a rainy day. So it was rainy that day. So it is around 6 p.m. in the evening, and just the that night sun that usually come out that you see shining on it. I waited for like 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes to expose it, and after that I will remove it and take it with the tap. You can see me just on the tap and it's already coming out. If you understand everything you need to do, exposure will not be a problem. I did not touch it. I just on the tap on it at both sides, and you can see it showing that I am ready to come out. You can just forget water and pour water if you don't want to stay under the tap like that. So I'll have to drop it too and get a container and foam, so I will not be wasting too much water, and get a foam to wipe it off. But can you see that it's already showing that I'm ready to come out? I'm ready to be exposed. All right, so now I got the container and the foam, so I will not waste too much water and use the foam to clean it up gradually so that my artwork can come out. Wow, can you see? Gradually wipe it off. Don't press it too much. Just do that on both sides. And you see the magic. There's no magic there. Oh. Just understand everything you need to understand. I've got a lot of questions about this. How did you not tell us how to expose this? How to expose any other question? I'll register for our online classes. Yes, so that we can walk through it together. Can you see? Clean and perfect. Clean and perfect. So I'll just do a little bit of washing, touching with foam, and we are good to go. Yeah, we are good to go. And after that, I will keep it outside to dry before we print it on a t-shirt. And it is the artwork. Clean, perfect, smooth edges. One of the things, qualities of good exposure, smooth edges. Can you see? I don't really have to do some touching aside from this part, and this other part is torn. The one down here is torn. So I'll just cover other parts up and look around. If I see any small opening, I'll just touch it up. But this artwork, the exposure is very perfect. And here I'm trying to cover up with a sellotape. Automatically, you have to cover up the edges to prevent spilling of ink and not to mess up our t-shirt. And to cover up the ink, I don't want to waste too much of sellotape, so I have to use paper and just use the sellotape to hold it down up and cover up the remaining parts. Then hold the paper down also at the edge down there. That's what it's going to do. Then cover up the remaining edge at the side. I'll do that neatly. So make sure you cover up your work, please. Don't do wasabi so that you don't mess up everything you've been doing since. And that is it. So I want to print our work now on our t-shirt. I'm trying to put paper in between. Why am I putting paper? These I might not necessarily do if I'm working with plastisol, but because it's water-based ink, I will have to put paper in between. If you want to know the reason for that, let me tell you. Let me tell you. But I'll put part of that. It will not stain the down part, the front side. Water-based is made of water, and it's going to, as it's drying, is penetrating the fabric. So if you leave it like that, it will stain to the other side of the fabric and mess everything up. But because plastisol is thicker, it's made of plastic, so it doesn't really penetrate like that. And because we have to cure it, dry it immediately. But this one will dry on its own. That's why I'll put paper in between so that it will not penetrate to the other side of the fabric. So I told you now one of the difference between the water-based ink and plastisol is the fact that this one is it dries on its own. It dries on. Can you see that it doesn't draw like plastisol? It's not as thick as plastisol. It dries on its own. It's made of water. That is why we prevent it from going down by putting that A4 paper in between the t-shirt, the front piece and the back piece. So you can see the printing now. So after printing, you don't need to cure it like we usually do for plastisol. What we need to do is just arrange it, find the place to arrange it, it will dry. And that paper must be there as it's getting dry. The ink is penetrating so it won't mess up the whole printing. Arrange it, it will dry itself. So when you are now ironing the clothes, you can just iron it very well to just cure it further. But this is okay, it's perfect. But don't do that for plastisol. Plastisol, you will need to cure it with it. If you need to learn that, go and check our previous video, and I'll still advise you to register for our online classes. There are things you will learn there that you might not be able to learn on your own. It is very essential to pay for skills. 10,000 naira, it is not so much. All right, continue with our printing using water-based ink. Two things we have learned today: how to use water-based ink and how to expose our artwork using the mirror or the glass method. So whichever one that is good for you, you can try it and just use it. There's no one way to do things. There are several ways you can do things as long as you're good to go. So let me tell you now the reason why we put A4 paper under the mesh before we put it on that colored box is to prevent your artwork or your exposure to have background. If you put it on that colored book, it's going to have background. So we have to put the white paper to prevent from having background. So that is that about how to use water-based ink and how to expose your artwork using the glass method. So let me know your preferred method and your preferred ink in the comment section. Do not forget to like, share, and comment. Thank you so much. Bye.